What's good, everybody? Welcome to TalkSpicyHER. It's the lit one, Ritz. And today, that was a little short intro because I'm kind of scared about today's episode. I can't even lie. Like, I'm just about to be vulnerable. I'm about to be transparent. I'm about to be a whammy. I'm about to be soft and shit. And that's different for me. So, that's what's about to happen. And Michelle, big man, is going to be asking me questions. Big man, going to be asking me questions. And y'all are just going to learn something about me and listen to the sound of my voice. I don't know why I'm out of breath. My heart's beating. No. I am scared. And my feet are even hot. And I ain't got no socks on. Okay. Ooh. Okay. So I'm going to drop a tear at the 10-minute mark. And I'm just playing. Yeah, so.
Okay, how you feeling?
I'm okay.
You sure?
I guess so.
Why are being so fast?
Bitch. Can y'all hear this? ASMR? No, I don't know. I was not scared until he did the countdown. Like I was fine. My hands are even sweating. Being vulnerable. Y'all know that's not me. I'm just, always smiling. I always have to keep shit going. I bring the energy. So for me to be like, woe is me, that's a struggle.
It's okay to be that. I live in that sometimes. Every now and again. It's okay to be in that. You got to feel that emotion because you can't always be happy. Why do you feel like you're always, not saying like you're putting on, but why do you feel like you always got to be the happy one in the room and to bring people joy? You don't ever want to just come in and be like, I'm fucking sad today, bro.
I don't. Did you say why?
Do you feel like it? Because you're always there.
Okay. So not consciously, subconsciously, I feel like that because I just happen to do that. And then when I leave, I'm like, that was a lot. Like, I didn't even really want to be there. I didn't even want to be doing this right now, but I just had to. It comes naturally. Nothing feels forced. Everything that I do is genuine. It just is a lot. Dealing with a bunch of different people's emotions, energies, attitudes, freaking situations. Like, I don't know. I feel like I always take on that from people. I never put that on to people. Why? Don't know. But it's a lot.
Don't you feel like sometimes like people's emotions, is that a lot? Like you don't ever want to like just tell people like, all right, I can't, that's a lot. Like I need you to not tell me that shit today. Like a lot of people come to you with different shit, like with their problems.
100%. And that's kind of what I'm learning from myself being 30. Like after 30, I don't know why I kind of just cut off that switch where I'm like, I'm not giving a fuck about how other people feel. I need to focus on me and mine, even though that doesn't change who I am, it kind of changes how I respond to people. I can't constantly feel like I got to tiptoe around your emotions if nobody's really tiptoeing around mine. So, yeah, I do. What was the question? I'm thinking, like, this is how nervous I am right now. I can't even focus.
So basically, you said when you walk into a room, like, you're the life,
right.
Everyone's going to know you're there type of deal. I said, do you, like, is that exhausting? And you said that, like, when you get in the car it's all over, you're like, damn, that was a lot.
It's so, even at work, like, I would come home, yes, I have an office job, but, like, I would come home from work and be fucking brain dead tired. Like, I don't even want to know what 2 + 2 is right now. I don't even want to cut on the TV. I don't want to have to put that energy into something that I don't, give a fuck about. If I'm at work, I feel like I have to do that. So when I get home, I'm fucking drained. That is a lot. It is a lot. Don't get me wrong. I enjoy it because I like being happy all the time. As much as I can be happy, I'm going to fucking be happy. I choose to be happy regardless of my circumstances. I have to, and I don't, and I guess, I don't know how to really explain that. It's not a front. It's not that I'm faking it. I just feel like that is me. I wouldn't feel right if I went in a room and was quiet and was like, that would make me even more uncomfortable. Like, this is kind of where I live. This is my comfort zone.
Right. So, with that being said, with you saying like you're exhausted after that, are you in therapy, or when's the last time you've been in therapy?
So I was in therapy. I got in therapy this year, 2022, because this will probably come out 2023. I got in therapy 2022, like summertime. So no, so therapy for me wasn't what I thought it was gonna be. As much as I anticipated going to therapy and like she's gonna answer all my problems or like be able to give me some sort of direction, like you weren't able to tell me anything that I don't already know. So I, no, but I do feel like what I learned from it was it's okay to be vulnerable. Because I'm talking to my therapist and she's like, yeah, I've been in a fucked up relationship before. I was depressed. I overate. We had a, yeah, but I'm looking at this lady on this couch hearing your life isn't to fucking together. And I think that's kind of what I got from therapy. Nobody's fucking perfect. Like honestly, I went to about 8 therapy sessions. She ended them. Like she was just like, I don't feel like there's anything more that I can do for you. Like I feel like you're in a good space. And I'm like, this is kind of how I came to you. Like there was never no, oh my God, help me now. I just kind of was venting to you. So I guess my point was, I think I have just started to vent to my friends and then back to the podcast. Like, that's just kind of something I need. Nobody's going to answer the problems that you have nobody's going to have the fucking answers to your problems. Nobody's going to be the fix. Nobody's going to be the answer to anything. Outside of it, we all have to go through what we're going through. And then when you get to it, it's going to get better,
People go to therapy for different reasons, obviously, but
yeah, and
for everybody doesn't need that, specific guidance. So if that shit ain't for you, then.
And that was 2 different people over this 3-month span. It was 2 different people. I was like, somebody has to be able to tell me something different because how therapy is sold to certain people, or it was sold to me like that. Like, you need to go. The reason you're not going is because you just have this bias in your head. I don't know. I'm for it. I definitely think it's healthy to just experience it, to take that step out. It's almost like when people are so comfortable with, Mom, can you call the doctor for me and schedule an appointment? Like, it's stepping out of your comfort zone as far as that. Like, it is good for you to do things that are uncomfortable for you. So, yes, I went to therapy. I talked about my problems, and my problems are still my problems.
Still, nothing's changed.
Fuck! Here we God damn it. Okay, I'm going to be for real.
So, how is dating life right now?
Ooh. Dating is stressful. Dating isn't well, I guess it depends on the person. Maybe as a 19-year-old Ashley. Ooh, Bo Bash. As a 19-year-old Bo Bash. Swear to God. That shit would be fun, juggling a bunch of niggas, that shit is fun, and I can see where the selling part is. Let me get back into
It is fun.
It can be fun just because
I like it.
it's all right.
Yeah.
No, because you don't have to feel like you're only living for you. And when you're the only person that you have to go home to and answer and your day to and reflect to and whatever, when you are the only one that you have to answer to, that shit is so easy. It's refreshing. It's like, anything that you're doing right now, I don't feel like I gotta give a fuck about anybody else's feelings. I guess that is the highlight in being single and dating or whatever. I don't like it though. It's not for me. I just feel like because I like that all day, I like kind of knowing what I'm doing. I kind of like being comfortable with what I have going on. I'm very much a creature of habit.
Yeah.
So It's just easier. It's just easier being with one person. Dealing again. So, and I guess that kind of makes sense because my outside life is a juggle act. You know what I'm saying? I'm juggling a bunch of different personalities. I have to like move and go and be and smile and hey, whatever all day to those people. But when I can come home and be with my man, then that's all I got to do. But if I'm still, even when I come home, I'm still goddamn Buddha food, tootie boo, whatever y'all's niggas say. It's like, I don't want to do that. Y'all annoying. For real.
Like juggling different guys. And like, are you at a point to now, like, you know when someone's trying to talk to you if it's bullshit? Like, what are you doing?
100%. 100%. And when again, I guess saying like juggling a bunch of guys, it's literally actually responding to people in my messages. Right. It's like, I'm good. How are you? Like, it don't even have to be more than that, but even trying to be nice to people because like now I can have a friend. Right. I'm not dating you. I never even met you, but feeling like I need to have those conversations because now I don't have anybody there to talk to. That's a fucking lot. That's a lot. So, no. Okay. To your question.
So, now that we're talking about you being single, can we talk about how you got here? How you got to being single?
Sure. What do you want to know?
So, in a nutshell, what do you think was the biggest reason to even start thinking about a divorce?
Okay. So, as a woman, I'm not going to say that I take no responsibility in it because I do. I guess because I am so, nonchalant about not a lot of things, I kind of, as long as you're doing this for me, then whatever else you do outside of that doesn't affect me in my life. So if you're treating me how I want you to treat me 100% of the time, then what you do, or 98, whatever, what you do the 2% of the time, I don't give a fuck. What?
We're talking about how you got to this.
Oh, so how I got there. Yeah. So, what was that, 2017. I feel like y'all know how me and my ex got together. Like, we were together for 6 years. We were in a relationship for 3. 1, we were engaged, and the last 2, so we were married. If for whatever reason, shape, or form, North Carolina, you have to be separated for at least a year in order for them to grant your divorce, unless there's some fibbing going on. So how did I get here? I guess from being emotional. If you can feed my my wants as far as what the attention I want, like you love bomb me for however long it needs to happen, then I'm going to love you for real, like not as a joke type of shit. That shit's gonna be a little.
If you could change anything about your marriage or to make it right, do you think you would go back and make it right to still be married, or do you think that you're okay with being single and going through this?
In a perfect world, I would have like the In a perfect world, I would just have like a Men in Black light where you could just like flash it and okay, it didn't happen, but I know as a person, I'm an overthinker. Like when you do one thing wrong to me, like I'm thinking about that forever. I don't give a fuck if 29 years has passed. Like I'm not going to be the same person that I was. Yeah. So when certain things come into place, I can't move past that. And that might be my toxic trait. Like, I can't forgive nobody for real. And when I say that, I mean that. Yeah, and I just feel like the role I played was fucking standing on my 10. Like, I could easily, sure, whatever, I'm okay with it. Easily. That's what I would prefer to. But I think me challenging myself to do something that is uncomfortable for me, even knowing that I could be back in, like, that world, fuck no. I wouldn't do that because I believe who I am.
Right. Yeah. And that's great. A lot of people can't do that. A lot of people can't stand on that. Like, you're doing good. You did good. You did what you're supposed to do. 100%. 100%.
It's hard out here in the field.
Yeah.
You feel me?
You're a lot stronger than me.
Yeah.
Know that. So, moving right along.
Now I keep going. Now I want to dig deeper. Go ahead.
Okay.
Not too deep.
Clearly. Okay. So,
Yeah.
okay. If there is anything that you could have maybe said before this or got across to him, do you think you would have said anything different, done anything, or is there anything you regret you didn't say? Is there anything that you regret about before you actually went and did this? Because you filed?
So you can't file until it's been a year.
Oh. You filed for separation?
No. So okay. So how divorce works in North Carolina?
Sorry.
If I mean, depending on the situation, maybe you could go to the courthouse and just like put it in, and they got to leave it in the newspaper. Like, I don't know, but the part that I do know is even if there's like nothing to split, like no kids, no alimony, no extra weird shit like that, it being on record with a lawyer, whatever, that this is when y'all split, then okay, that's your separation date. And but you gotta wait fucking 12 months before they will even start the paperwork for your shit. So what do I regret about this process is paying that bitch $350 to tell me she can't do nothing right now. After Google fucking lied to me. This is why I do not get facts off of Google. For real. And I mean that through and fucking through. Through and through. No, what's the word? No, there's no loopholes. There's no, I can't think of the word. Yeah, there's no nothing. There's no way to expedite it. There's no none of that. It is what it is.
So if you could change anything from now to that year date, would you go back in that space? Could you go back? No?
I couldn't.
Yeah.
I know that I couldn't as much as I fucking want to, and it eats away at me every day. No. Fuck no.
There's nothing that can change you. You're never going back.
No, I can't.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's rough. That's so, but okay, so I'm just going to talk on like just past. And for me, everything that I do, every move that I make, every almost thought that I think is because it's something that I learned from my past. Like, if I give anything, any type of leeway, when it comes, for me, I'm not speaking on everybody else, but you give a motherfucker an inch, they're going to take a mile. And I never.
So what are your past years that though?
Oh, well, completely different scenarios because again, everybody's painted their own picture. But yeah, my ex was like not a monogamous, whatever that word is, like a habitual cheater. Like that's what he was. And you kind of, okay, I'm gonna forgive you. I'm gonna whatever, look past it. Mind you, I went away to like boot camp for 4 months. I was away at basic training, and we got together like 2 months before then. But anyways, I was about to give y'all the whole timeline because I still think about it right now. Yeah, no. So went away for 4 months. Obviously out of sight, out of mind. Like I'm like, okay, no, you gon'. But I don't know that. So then when I get like a random letter and you're like, got a baby on the way, so like and then even after that, that's like the biggest grenade you can throw on somebody's relationship. I still went back because I'm like, it was an accident. I was away, like giving people a fucking inch. They're going to take a mile. So now this whole time you with your baby mama, you with your other baby mama, like you friendly with other bitches. It ain't even your baby mamas if I'm being honest. But like niggas, they don't. When somebody shows you their true colors, fucking believe them. You have to. If I can't stand on nothing else stronger than that, that's it. And that's why I feel like I'm in the predicament that I am today, is because, yeah, it might be because of my past, but I don't think that that can be a fucking, what's the word? An excuse. It's because I learned lessons. I'm not going to play about none of that. I'm taking everything that a situation, what went wrong? Oh, this went wrong. I'm not doing it again. That would fucking make me crazy, and I'm not doing it again. I don't give a fuck what it is. I'm not doing it again. So I learned that, and that's how I know this is just another learning scenario, and I don't.
There ever been any situations where you felt like you did that and you regret it? Like I shouldn't have done that, or I should have been more empathetic to the situation, because you're so quick to like cut it off, leave it alone. Is there anything you ever thought about twice? Like, damn.
Oh, for sure. Like little petty. Well, it might not be petty to him, but petty shit to me. Like, okay, if I'm mad, like I just shut down. I'm not about to argue with you. You just ain't gonna talk to me for 87 days if it goes to that long. But like, even in those moments where I know I didn't have to go there and not taking the initiative to apologize, shit like that. But even those scenarios where I'm mad, like I'm not even mad anymore, but I'm about to stand on mine. Like I'm gonna ruin both of our days. I'm ruining yes, I have a very big pride for sure, and I take fucking acknowledgement of that. But again, I know that in situations I can take criticism. I can take a blow. Like, okay, cool. Like if as long as you can communicate that to me in a productive manner, I swear to God, I'm listening on everything. I'm listening. I'm like, you know what? You're right. But come to me on some bullshit.
Yeah. So just in relationships or in friendships too?
That's a good one. So yeah, I think those. I think I've been stricter on relationships than I have friendships. But then to a point where I was like, why am I doing this to this nigga that I'm trying to build a life with? That's kind of when it switched over to me doing it to my friends. For real. I can, for sure say that was a thing. Like where I would kind of side with my friends, nah, fuck, whatever. But then I'm like, okay, no, this nigga is for me. I can't be on the fence about this shit. I gotta, so I gotta give all my energy into that. I can't, it's kind of, I guess I've never been able to balance both as far as relationships and friendships. It was kind of one or the other. Either I'm cutting this nigga off or I'm cutting y'all off. Because somebody on some bullshit.
So you don't think you balance having and having friends at the same time well?
And I don't really know how to explain it. It might be because I don't know. I don't feel like it's intentional. I do feel like examples that I can think of at the top of my head, certain people have been around me for certain reasons, whether that has to do with me benefiting them or whether they just want to be around me and my man. So it's kind of played a role in really how I balance my life. So if this is fucking up, then I need to do everything here. But like that, I guess I can say that that's something else that I'm learning in this moment, in this time in my life, is to be able to balance both when it comes to that. I don't feel like I need to put 197% into this and then put 3% into this. I can do both in a healthy way.
Yeah. So moving forward, if you were to get in a relationship with somebody, you think you'd navigate better with your friendship?
1,000%.
What would you do different?
I would pour into them just as much as I pour into my relationship, meaning I'm going to send those intentional text messages. I'm going to answer those intentional phone calls. I'm going to go the fuck out when I want to fucking go the fuck out, because without you, like, because it's a girls' night type of shit. So yeah, I think I would just will be more intentional in my choices when it comes to both relationships, and whoever I end up with, even if it, never mind, let me not. I'm going to balance it. Period. That's yeah.
Okay. Okay. So, let's talk about it. You don't have any kids. You want some kids?
I do, which is wild.
You do want kids. How many?
Max 3.
What do you feel like is going to be your latest point? I mean, we're in our early 30s, but like, at what point are you? If you don't have kids, are you going to be like, I'm good?
I don't think about that just because I don't perceive kids in age that way.
Yeah.
Just for the simple fact that one, I'm already 31 and I have no kids. One, me and my mom have like the closest relationship, and she was close to my age when she had me. Mind you, she only had 2 kids, but still, like, and we kick it. She ain't missed nothing. We ain't, it wasn't like she's old and decrepit. And I feel like these 60-year-olds and 50-year-olds are completely different than their grandparents. They was ready to retire and but it's not the same. My mama still, we go to bars together. We go to movies together. We go to the park together. We walk our dogs together. Like, that shit don't, so my latest age, I don't put a time limit on myself when it comes to that.
Do you feel like you want to be married to have kids?
No, that's a great question, Big Man. Why don't I answer that for you?
All right.
Pass it right back to you. No, yes. So that was my thought process in the whole having kids thing. That's how being a family and having something stable was sold to me. Like, don't have kids unless you're married. Don't have, whatever. But that's obviously not the case. Like, I did those steps, you know what I'm saying? And that isn't how it played out. So I can't bank on being married anymore. I already told my mom, I was like, I'm going to have a baby daddy. It's like, what? And then I tried to explain it to her just a little bit. She was like, I mean, that makes sense. Yeah, because as long as I feel like I can, I obviously wouldn't choose no random ass nigga to like have children with, but like I know for a fact I could healthily fucking co-parent with somebody for sure. Whether it's my toxic trait or not, I'll be able to cut them emotions off. Yeah. But whoever I choose, I know that I'm not about to choose a nigga that's going to go on fucking 100 for no reason. So if I end up having a baby daddy, I'm going to have a baby daddy as much as I tried to avoid that shit. I did my best. It happens to the best of us. So yes, now I am choosing to have a baby out of wedlock. If that's what it is. So check that box. Baby mama. What's good? What's that? Barry. Fuck.
All right.
I would prefer to be married though.
It's a preference, guys.
Go ahead.
How is your work life? Are you happy there? Anything you want to change about it?
So yeah, since we're talking about it, I like my current pay. I like my benefits. I can't even say I like it. I love it. I'm happy with it. Cool. But I also think that my mental state plays a big role in where I work, because I'm fucking there just as much as I'm fucking home. You know what I'm saying? If I'm not asleep. Like, so where I'm at right now with my job, I don't like it. I am trying to venture different avenues right now. But money talks. So that's kind of where I'm at right now. Like, I don't, me and my mom were talking about it on my way home from work. Actually, my last job, I loved the camaraderie. I loved who I was around, but I was like, this ain't cutting for what I'm trying to do. Right? Yeah, completely.
You said your mental state, like when you come home from work, do you think your mental state at work with not having the camaraderie and not having that congregation feeling, does that play a part in why you're not happy there?
1,000%.
Have you ever voiced that to them?
fuck no.
Okay.
It's not even the place that you would do that. And that's how I know it's like something. I don't need to be in no fucking, don't send me to jail ever. No institution, no none of that. Cause I'm not surviving. I'm in the turtle suit. Y'all gonna strap me down. I can't do it. I don't give a fuck how much you're paying me, ma'am. Get me the fuck up out of here. I'd rather be fucking making y'all fall for foes. Dead ass. And I've never done anything like that, but as far as where I want to be, like, mentally, I know what's more important. And if I gotta leave and take a little pay cut, I'll be all right.
What's your end goal? Like, what do you want to do? Like, for the next 10 years that you'll be happy with?
Next 10 years look like for me getting through this divorce stage in my life, because this is a process, you know, emotionally, mentally, physically, fucking financially. It's a completely fucking different transition for me. After that, I got a great birthday trip planned. Yes, that cruise with Lil Baby and Future and DJ Khaled. I'm going to that. I just feel like my life is gonna fucking go on. Like, I'm not a person that I don't want to be fucking rich and famous. That is really not my fucking goal. If it happens, I'll be cool with it and I'll fit right in with y'all niggas. But like, that's not my goal. I just want to be not even content, just happy and fucking, what's the word? No, because content sounds so, like, yeah. No, I just want to be, I can't think of the word. I'll think of it later, but kind of where I'm at, but just a little more, I'm just rolling with it. You know, I'm not anticipating nothing because kind of the little shit that I was telling you, like, I'm not trying to anticipate this because I know it's going to work out for me. I don't necessarily, no, I can say I have faith. Maybe not in the same, you know, understanding that you have, but I definitely have faith in my life, in my journey, and my fucking, my lane. Like, I feel like everything for me is gonna be for me. Yeah. So, what's next? 10 years. If I don't have a baby in 10 years, Bella's gonna be gone. First of all, I have to talk about that because she's old and it is on my mind.
Who Bella is?
Bella is my 12-year-old dog. My daughter. I got Bruno. He's a little crazy, but I had her since I was fucking 20. I'm 31. I'm about to be 32 next year. She done traveled across the world. She'd have been in more area codes than all y'all hoes. Bella's traveled across the world, and I love her. Aww. But yeah, she has seen me through plenty of stages in my life, clearly, from what we've, you know, touched on. No, hell no. When she's gone, I'm getting fucking Rot or a Cane Corso. That's what I want. I want a big dog. No, I want a dog that's going to scare you. No, yeah. A different dog. Bigger house. I didn't even mention that. Because I like my house, but I feel like with my extra cat, like, I don't got enough room now. My nursery's gone. The animals got it. Like, I need one more extra bedroom for my animals. Because I want a snake, too.
Married again or no?
Yeah, because I just feel like that was for me. It's for me. You know, that's what I want. That's what I'm going to put my energy into. And outside of that, I know what the fuck going on. I don't want anybody to think y'all full of me, because you're not. I'm not stupid. You was about to say I was. Not no dummy. I'm playing along, buddy. I'm playing along.
But, okay, so I want to touch on your family life. You mentioned your mom a lot.
Mm-hmm.
How is your relationship with your family, with your parents, and your siblings?
Okay. My relationship with my mom, that's my bestie. She lives 8 minutes away, to be precise. We hang out quite often. If just for something, it would be random stuff. I'm bringing her some food, or she's stopping by to watch the podcast, or I don't know. She really is. She gang. Mary, I hang out with my mama. That's my best friend. My dad. So I have two of those. In case anybody that didn't know, I have a biological father, and then I have an adoptive father. My biological father is in Ohio. We talk on like holidays and like
Occasions, birthdays.
and when yeah, I ain't even gonna do that. I ain't gonna do that. Love him a lot. I actually surprised him for our birthday. I say our birthday because his birthday is a day before mine, the second and third. Great time. Love him. You know, talk to him when I talk to him. Then I have an adoptive dad who's been with me since I was 8. That's my other best. That's my male best friend. I talk to him quite often as well, whether it's text. He come over. He helps me put shit together. He actually helped put this shit up, by the way. Shout out to you once again. He just came over yesterday to help me put up my little cat house because that's hard. Yeah, and I was with him on Christmas, actually. I got to spend time with both my parents on Christmas, so.
Does your biological dad and your adoptive dad, do they know each other?
They do.
They get along?
They do now.
Okay. They always hadn't been like that.
Correct.
Okay,
So they didn't all work for the same company. But let me break this down my understanding. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong, but these are my facts, okay? So my mom worked in the office. Both my dads worked like for contractors or different companies, whatever. So when there was like a corporate party, they may or may not see each other type of thing, but they weren't friends, whatever. Then probably about a year after my parents divorced, my biological parents, she got with my stepdad, and there was just some like petty little drive-bys from my dad. One time, I got to tell this story. One time, we were in Illinois, me, Scott, my mom, we were in Illinois. My dad came by, and this nigga was on some gangster shit, right? Mind you, my biological dad's 6'6", okay? Scott, my adoptive dad, he's a little 5'10" white man. And me and my brother, I don't know what transpired, but all I know is there were words being said, and me and my brother like had to go inside and hide, right? But like Scott, he ain't no bitch ass nigga. He mob, whatever the fuck. Yeah, no, you can't tell that man he's not from The Sopranos. Dead ass. So again, like Andre the Giant and. They arguing, and he made my dad cry.
No.
He made him cry.
How?
They didn't fight physically. All I remember is like a lot of, pushing, trying to act like they're whatever. But my dad, my biological dad, left in tears, bitch. He loved my mama. That's really what the point was, is how much they love my mom, and Scott wasn't backing down. But she didn't want to be with this nigga, with this man trying to fight for his one true love.
When your dad left, did you feel like that affected you? Like having things like that and like having to do that, I would say.
So yes and no. No, because I never felt lack of love, like where I was at. Like it didn't change any outside of my brother. My brother moving with my dad, me not being around him.
Oh, he was
Yes, my dad took my brother and I was with my mom. Outside of that, no, because I feel like it was fine. My mom made sure that I seen him as much as possible. They never were outside of that one situation with Scott. They weren't like. Yeah, Scott was about to run down on him. Outside of that one scenario, no, there wasn't like no animosity, no tension, no that affected me in any way, shape, or form.
Yeah. Well, that's good though, because you still have both of them and never get along.
But like in hindsight, when I got older, like after 18, when I kind of was able to, once I started taking care of myself and my own household and my own whatever, I kind of like took heed of what my dad wasn't doing, as far as sending for me or doing anything for my birthday or when I go down there with summer money. My summer money is like not there no more and I'm not getting it back type of shit. But it was, just little shit like that as an adult. My mom, again, never talked bad about him, never painted no picture that I didn't paint for myself when it came to him. So, like, as an adult now, I'm like, I kind of know where I stand with you.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Okay, and one of the last things I want to touch on, and I say this for last because I know every time we talk about it, you get choked up and I get choked up.
Fuck! No, you better not.
I do. I just want to touch on it just because it's shocking to me. It's shocking to people. People don't talk about it as much as they should, but I do want to talk about your grandma. Mm-hmm. And I know you're going to cry, but I feel like I feel like people need to hear about it. I don't think it's something that happens every day. It's super fucking emotional for me. Like, this didn't even happen to me, and it gets me fucking choked up every time. But I feel like this is a part of you. This is a part of the reason of who you are and your character. And I just want you to like tell people about it if you're comfortable with it and how it made you feel and where you are with it right now. If
completely fine. Okay, so whether you heard her or not, what I'm talking about now is my grandmother committing suicide. My grandmother being my mom's mom, my maternal grandmother. Okay. So we all lived in Illinois. I'm going to try to generalize this as much as I can. We all lived in Illinois, meaning me, my mom, my dad, my brother, all my cousins, whatever. It was kind of one of those households that, shit, we got pictures. There's like 12 of us on the floor, everybody sleeping together. Grandma's cooking in the morning, that type of thing. Uncles are there, aunts are there. Everybody's close. So I don't know. I can't remember the timeline from when, we were all doing that to where she committed suicide. All I remember is kind of how I found out that she passed away. So mind you, when she passed away, I'm probably like 9 years old or something, whatever. My parents come home. They come home late. They're usually home by like 5:30, whatever. They got home at like 8:30, and it's just me and my brother together. And these are both my biological parents, and they came in, and she's like, sit down, we got something to tell you. And I'm like, okay, whatever. And they tell us that she passed away. That's all they said as kids. Your only grandparent, at that point in time, wasn't here anymore. So that's kind of all you process. And I remember me and my brother, we're like sliding down walls, like all like the theatrics. I vividly remember that.
You said your only parent. What was your grandfather?
Huh?
What was your grandfather?
I met my only grandma. Like at that,
okay.
Yeah. No, so she was married to my grandpa at the time. Okay. They've were the only ones that were together, whatever. So that happened. We remember going back to Illinois. We went to her funeral, whatever. It's probably about like 3 years later, whatever. My brother's living with my dad. I'm probably like 12 or something. And I'm going to visit, and my dad's like, I don't know. I feel like this was a jab to get back at my mom. He's the one that told me that my grandma killed herself, and it wasn't on no like, we're going to talk. It was like, your mama been hiding this from you. Like,
yeah, on some spiteful shit. Damn.
So in that moment, we relived it again, like on some, whatever. And,
now at 12, when he told you this, how did you react to that?
fucking literally deja vu. It was the exact same reaction. We freaked out. We're like, killed herself, like that's already one, My brother was the same fucking way. And I remember we had went to visit somewhere for the summer. I don't know. But this is the first time that I seen suicide letters that she wrote. And, you can just kind of see the state of mind that she's in at that point in time. just because you can kind of tell from like the handwriting, it's real dramatic, it's real kind of shaky, it's real, it's just you can tell she says she loves everybody, she's sorry she had to do this. She tells why she did it, which I kind of am okay with talking about because my grandpa's not here anymore. It was all because of she had only been with my grandpa. They got married real young. They worked for the same plant together. That is all she knew. She had 4 kids by him. They built this family together. And she found out that he was cheating on her. And I guess this was going on for however many years, whatever. And there was just a bunch of conversation about it, whatever. Long story short, that's kind of what started it. She just wasn't in the right state of mind at that point in time. But this is kind of the like dramatic part of the story, whatever. So when she did it, like, again, I got to read these letters. There was like a note on the door for my uncle, who's the youngest, because I guess she knew that he was going to be the first one to come home. It was basically like, excuse me, don't open the door, just call 911, whatever. You see that on the door as a fucking high school or whatever. You're going to go and fuck inside. Like, you're not going to. So, yeah. She's on the living room couch with the fucking bullet through her head. And
this is on the front door.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And so obviously that took a toll on my mom, who I think I get my kind of wall from.
Yeah.
I don't think she's ever recovered from that.
Really?
My mom was like 30 when that happened. In her 30s. Yeah. And kind of family kind of went to the wayside. We moved away. Everybody split up. I stopped seeing my cousins. It was like this whole, So yeah, how it affects me, it fucking bothers me every day.
Every day.
That's who I learned how to cook from. Didn't get it from my mom. All she can make is spaghetti. But yeah, I look like her. Like, I am built like her, outside of my height. But like,
do you, or have you ever felt any way towards your grandpa?
No.
Okay. Do you think your family has, or anybody ever blamed him?
1000%.
Yeah.
That plays a big role in why the family's kind of how it is. But also my mom, not towards her dad, like she was a daddy's girl. So after all that happened, we moved down here, whatever. My grandpa ended up moving down here. So now it's me, my grandpa, and my mom. So that's why it was, the 3 amigos, all my other family stayed up north. And, I've seen my cousins twice since then. It's kind of how it ended. We talk now as adults. Nobody feels no type of way. Nobody really talks about it. It's kind of that thing. It's the elephant in the room.
Yeah. Do you send her a letter?
Fuck no. Because I would read that every day like a sick person. Unfortunately, huh?
Where did you put it?
My mom has it.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I just wanted to touch on that because I know that's a big part.
I don't know why. I was so young.
Yeah.
So
what do you mean why? That's a big deal. Could you imagine we're in our 30s now, that happening to us? Could you imagine how your mom, I don't even know how to process that. My mom even having to deal with that.
And I didn't realize it, I guess, until becoming an adult, because my mom never let me see her fucking sad at all. I can never tell you a day that I see my mom fucking cry about that. To this day. As much as it's been talked, to this day, I've never seen her So that's kind of why, I'm okay with feeling my emotions. I feel like that's healthy for me.
Because you didn't see your mom do that. Your mom's so strong for that.
I swear. So yeah, that's why I'm a gangster for real.
You still
Bitch. Big one. Damn. I wasn't expecting you to ask me that, bitch. Really? I wasn't. I thought about everything but that.
Yeah.
Sheesh. And we posting it.
Yeah.
Fuck. Okay, go ahead.
Is there anything that you want to leave with? Anything that you want to say about yourself? Anything? How can you, or explain to me how you expect to evolve in the next year, this new year coming up in 2023?
I make this real quick for y'all, okay? No, so I feel like my life in a nutshell has kind of just been me, like I'm just a fireball and I'm just moving forward, and kind of everybody's passing their judgment on what I'm doing, how I feel, where I'm at, who I'm with, whatever. And that's just kind of what I've been used to. So at this point in my life, I'm kind of like, I'm just letting my fucking guard down. I don't give a fuck what you know or what you think you know. Like, I don't need to scare y'all away. I don't need to fucking, because I am who I am and I stand 10 toes on that. Like, I don't give a fuck about that. So in the future, I just feel like I'm going to come into more of being myself and like opening up and letting people know how I feel and shit that I like and shit that I don't like and shit that makes me sad and shit that makes me happy, because that's not something that I'm used to. I'm just used to talking about what makes me feel good and what makes me happy. But nigga, I got emotions too. I think a lot of people don't think that I do, but I fucking do. I might shake my ass, but that's through the tears. Y'all don't even see my face in the tears. I'm like, yeah. I'm sad for real. Y'all don't even know.
I'm dying.
Not for real, but you never know. When I cut the camera off, it might be something different.
That's great, because, people don't be taking on their happy, strong feelings, because I'm quick to tell people, how I feel, or if I'm sad or if I'm angry. I put that out there for people to come to me, and you don't do that. So, yeah, you got to check on people that don't tell you how they feel, and that's a true ass statement. Mm-hmm. So, okay. Anything else that you want to say?
Nope.
Okay.
That's it.
So good. I love you, girl.
Thanks. Oh my God. And I ugly cry, y'all.
Great.
Ugly. I like it. Okay. Well, now that you've seen me fucking at my most vulnerable moment, and don't send this to nobody. Go ahead, like, subscribe, share, TalkSpicyHER, and on all platforms, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, everything, and if you feel like you relate to either me or Big Memphis fucking stories, thank you, because that was the point in this. Like, whether you don't understand or you do, I just felt like getting it off of our chest just felt good. It was much needed.
Let's talk nasty to them, ladies.
Bye. Get on my face.
Just don't forget. Keep that shit classy.
Let's get nasty, nasty. Let's get nasty, nasty. Let's get nasty, nasty.